The rumor says that Iran may have conducted an underground nuclear test on Saturday night because of an earthquake that registered on the Richter scale. The earthquake had a moderate intensity and occurred in, now this is interesting, Iran and Israel on Saturday night, October the 5th. Both countries experienced the earthquake with a marginal difference in timing. It occurred in Aradan's city of Semnan province in Iran. The intensity 4.5 on the Richter scale. A few minutes later, an earthquake is reported in Israel. Given the intense state of conflict between Iran and Israel, people have started linking the earthquakes in those two countries with Iran's nuclear tests on social media. There have been speculations it was not an earthquake, but instead Iran conducting an underground nuclear test due to the shock felt in both countries. The report claims the earthquake in Iran occurred very close to the nuclear power plant, so it cannot be said whether the shock was due to the earthquake or a nuclear test. My problem with that is, why did the other countries around those two not also have earthquakes at the same time, and why specifically Iran and Israel? There is a gap between them. So what is the situation in that connection? So it could have been an earthquake due to a nuclear testing in Iran, but then why would that affect Israel directly? That bothers me. Israel doesn't need to test its nuclear weapons. It knows they work. So why would they be testing a nuclear weapon underground when they're fully focused on defense and dealing with their enemies right now? So if it's not a nuclear test and it's an actual earthquake, an earthquake in Iran and Israel almost at exactly the same time, maybe highlighting that this is a focal point in end time prophecy and a war that's building and things that need to happen right now. Everything around us makes it very, very interesting and worth watching. We're still sitting here waiting to see what is Israel's response going to be, and very probably throttled back by America to not attack their nuclear sites in Iran, or possibly their oil. Because if they attack the oil sites, the world's oil spirals out of control. Immediately there's going to be repercussions for everybody. So America's putting a lot of pressure on Israel. We're hoping and praying Israel's not going to bow to that pressure and do what needs to be done. This might be their one shot to deal with Iran's nuclear capabilities to the good of all on earth, to take that ability away. But will they? Probably not. So then what are they going to strike? If they're not going to strike the oil and they're not going to strike the nuclear side, are they going to go directly for the head of the snake? Is that why they're moving the supreme leader around? Are they going to hit him like they've hit absolutely everybody in Hezbollah and Hamas? I think that is why they're saying it's going to be shocking and very interesting when it happens. I think they might just try and take out this regime so that Iran and the people that are actually pro-Israel can get back to having leadership that's pro-Israel. But it's interesting because we know that Iran ties in with Turkey, with Russia in the Gog-Magog war that's still lying ahead. So all those things need to be taken into our consideration as well. In the meantime, pray for Israel, eyes on Israel. Shalom.